It's recording.
Go ahead.
It doesn't sound so good when it's beeping.
Oh, it was beeping in here.
Actually, a little nervous. With mine, I wouldn't, there's really, I can't say I would change anything, being in that position, because some of the things that, I wanted to add to or implement it, like we're doing every other Thursday in the morning, we have a 30-minute called, Tech Thursday, that we got implemented there. I got some help, with 3 teachers in the school with an ECA stipend to help out with technology-related stuff.
That's a good example.
So
That'll work.
Very good. So the things that I'm pushing are things that I'm asking for right now. I'm getting it. So can't really say I would change anything.
Yeah, the honeymoon, that's great. That's
Exactly.
awesome.
Hate to admit it, but
Take it while you get it, and take it while you can.
I guess there wouldn't be a whole lot that I would need to change about the program at this point. Maybe as things move on and see exactly where things are, but most of the program has been mine from the beginning, and had to climb all the mountains and do all those sorts of things. That most of it has been my design, so I pretty much been given free rein to set this up as you see fit. And so there's not
Which
a
is
whole
great,
lot.
but that's not always the case.
Yeah,
That's why we
exactly.
asked this.
Exactly.
It's very unique.
It's basically that it was an idea that I had been pitching for a while, and finally they said, and with my superintendent as my mentor, that doesn't hurt either.
That helps. That helps.
Especially when, during the trial run, he was one of our best supporters there and saw the number of people that were coming out. So it kind of sealed the deal on that one. He was like, take it, run with it. And so I've been given pretty much free rein on it. So there's not a whole lot to change at this point. After we get into the swing of things, we'll see about that. But
Yeah. They change. All teachers love, now, at least at my building, I didn't let teachers wear jeans. But if we did something very unique and they came, I'd give them a jeans coupon, which they could use any day.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me. So they could use it any day to wear a pair of jeans. And so, if you could talk Brad into, hey, let me give them some free jeans coupon days, and you might have a bigger turnout.
That's not bad.
And you know what? Sometimes it doesn't hurt to have those little incentives, because let's face it, teachers, we've all talked about this a lot, teachers have much more on their plates today than they had even 3 years ago.
Sure.
Every year we add more. Someday we'll take something like, I don't know. Well, the next question, this is very interesting, because I just want to know how has the building received you as this pseudo-administrator in your new role?
I've been called names. Like, here comes...
Can you share them?
Sure. Here comes Junior Administrator Huffman over here, or something like that, or, another couple people say, well, wearing a tie again, blah, blah, blah. I think I wore ties before I started this, but oh well. But beyond that, I think that, in all seriousness, I think there have been some, some people that maybe just take you a little more seriously, or maybe see the efforts that you're giving and appreciative, and know that you're trying to, benefit the staff and the kids, and I think they see the work that you put forward. So.
Good. Mine's a little bit different in the case that I started a lot of this role last year, before any of this ever really became public as what was going on, that I was going through this program. But the role has kind of changed in the fact of the number of people that do come to me as kind of a liaison between faculty and administration, and just trying to find the answers when they can't find the administrators. It's just kind of become the default that, okay, if we can't find out what we need to know, ask Duncan. And so it's been kind of interesting, the shift in just the immediate inclusion to certain things, or the assumption that, okay, Duncan knows about this, so, and that sort of thing. It's been a significant difference in just because we had a very large number of retirements last year, and so we now have a much younger staff than what we did before. So it was a very different dynamic from the end of last year when I was doing this to the beginning of this one, where last year it was just people I'd worked with for years. This year are people that just accept that here I am in this role, and it's really been just an assumed position. Really.
You know, it's funny because that reminds me of that commercial at redbuttonask.com. You guys can set up askrentals.com or ask.com. What a great idea. No, they drive you nuts. Don't do anything like that. I'm joking. So because you know they would take advantage of you.
With the different committees and things that I am on, I get asked the questions about RISE, I get asked the questions about the PLC concept, about anything and everything.
But that's just great preparation for you.
It is. It's great.
Especially when you get into interviewing.
Yeah.
That will really be beneficial.
Yeah.
Mike?
Well, the staff only knows me in this role, so it's a little different on that part. But really, actually, what I'm careful of is kind of my role as the instruction leader here versus being somebody just in the technology department who's there to fix all their problems. I can't log in or my phone doesn't work, whatever. So kind of I don't say playing the fence there, but without being rude and say it's not my area. So as that servant leader too, that if somebody's having a problem, you know how to fix it, you're going to fix it. So so it's balancing that who am I, and I'm an instructional leader versus just somebody in the technology department will fix anything and everything.
Do you have also technology support?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because that would be an issue for you.
Yeah. I can see that being really difficult. Mind the wall.
Our last class, one of the things, last year in May, and again when we met in August, I said one of the things you've got to do is you've got to continue working on your relationship with your mentor. So I said that was so key to this whole year, this internship phase, etc. So just give me an update on how's that relationship with your mentor going.
So yeah, mine's going well. And maybe part of it is I spend a lot more time with them than I probably would have as a teacher, but it's going really well, very supportive in what we're doing, doing a lot of communicating back and forth, and allowing me to kind of see things go on that that maybe I wouldn't in this role normally kind of see there. So he's still wanting me to grow, wanting me to learn, and in different areas. For example, we had a special ed conference to start the year with joint services in town, and you come with me. I want you to hear this, and even though it's not your area, this is stuff you're going to need to know as you continue to grow. So it's been really good.
Mine's also been very, very positive. Basically, with him being the superintendent, it's a little bit different. He's not in the building or not available at certain times, but he's very approachable about everything, and it's a really easy, hey Derek, what do you think of this, or how about this, and he'll send me things about, okay, you might want to read this, we need to talk about that sort of thing. So it's been really positive, really approachable type of relationship, where I was worried it was be kind of awkward with the teacher to superintendent jump there and a brand new principal and things, but he's kind of taken the approach that whenever possible, he kind of trains both of us in certain aspects, where it's something that he's trying to help JT, the new principal, with, and something that I can be included in on, that it's just kind of there for both of us. So it's really working out well so far.
That's great.
Mine's been very positive. Mr. Kretzmacher's been very good about including me in things and asking questions, or vice versa, giving me work to do for me to grow. One thing I didn't anticipate was to kind of be a mentee of some of the assistant principals too, and some of the assistant principals have kind of taken me under their wing a little bit, giving me jobs to do during my prep hour, and I've been doing before school duty for supervision and stuff like that. So I feel like I've been, not only working with him, but some of the others on the staff as well. So that's been very positive.
Good. Good. Well, we're going to jump now over to, that completes our discussion about the SIP, the School Improvement Project. However, I just want to get an overview of where you're at and how you're progressing with your question sets as well as your clinical observations. So just in your own words, just give me an idea how you're doing, whether you're, it's only early October. We really, you've got new things going on, and so we're fine, even if you haven't started. So just be honest with me, tell me where you're at with your question sets, and remember, we want to do 15 before January, so we finish with 15. So and then the clinical observation, what's it been like? Have you been able to start it? Because no, you've got to do the elementary and middle and high school one. So just a real quick overview, guys.
I can start. I've done all 3 of my observations at this point. I've been fortunate enough to know people that I can go and observe. I've thought they were very interesting in the fact that Brian and I went to RISE training the week before, and then the week after we started in, and when it was fresh in our heads, and that was a big help.
Big time.
And so anyway, I got in to observe a couple people before they even got observed by the administrations. So anyway, they thought that was mutually beneficial, that I kind of went over a few of the strengths and weaknesses and said, hey, you might want to look at this and this. And obviously I got the opportunity to be in the classroom. So mutually beneficial. That part of it is done for me.
Have you done your write-ups?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't forget, you got to send those electronically. You have a rubric you fill out, overview of it, and then your impression of it.
I've not done that part. So
that's fine. I know, because I received one.
Okay.
So I knew that.
So
that's
the,
one to know.
So the question sets, I think I'm done with, or at least began the domain 1 and started domain 2.
Okay.
And I've had some issues with some of those, and we were actually talking beforehand that we were a little confused on a few things here and there. So I've also had some life not issues, but my boy was born 4 weeks ago. So anyway, I've been really busy.
So what's your point?
So anyway, with that going on, I didn't. I figured that those things could take a back seat for
They
a
can.
while.
They absolutely can.
So
yeah, Little Max or Big Max, whatever you
yeah,
call it, is more important right now. That's
yeah.
good.
So anyway,
that's good.
I've been working on it.
So you've probably got 3 question sets done. 1, 2, and 3.
Something like that. So I think I maybe start on the 4th question set. So
Okay.
I still got my work.
So you're fine.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine, because you got a couple months to work on those. And a lot of people choose that Christmas break and Thanksgiving break to knock out a few. So don't be concerned. I just want to get an overview of where you're at.
Like Eric, following the RISE training, I hit the ground running with the observations. Actually, that last day, I think both of us were out in the classroom that afternoon after it was over.
We had a half day.
So,
the half day of the training, so we had a half day off. So we decided
both of us hit the classroom that afternoon, because really difficult for me to get to our elementary school and do that sort of thing, had the day, so took advantage of it and I was able to we finished RISE training on Thursday. I had that one set up Thursday afternoon. I had one Monday morning and the following Friday morning, and was done with all 3 of the observations. I've got those all written up. I haven't submitted them yet, but got that one pretty much wrapped up. So far as the question sets, I've been kind of gathering the exhibits and things, but I haven't necessarily written any of them. I probably have the exhibits for maybe 7 or 9.
See, and that's, for some people, that's harder.
Yeah.
Okay, what do I use? Well, anything.
Yeah, that's
you went to a
part of
board
what I'm
meeting, and so you took notes during the board meeting, and you've learned about it. So what you're doing is you're using these exhibits or examples to show you're proficient.
Yeah. In
this area. Here's my question, how am I proficient? Well, I've got this exhibit this example I can give you. That's what they are, they're examples.
Yeah.
Etc.
Yeah, so I've gathered a lot of that stuff between what I've done this year, over the summer, and last year, and some of the things that I was doing. Been able to gather a lot of different examples and exhibits fairly easily. There's some of them that I'm still kind of struggling, but I'm going to sit down with my mentor and
And you have
knock it
some
out.
from your previous classes.
Yeah, exactly.
The
There are
collaboration
things
class
that-
we were talking about,
Mhm.
there's things you did in that
Yeah.
that you can use as exhibits.
Yeah, but I'm finding that it's not too difficult once you sit down and kind of
It's time.
wrap your brain around it, but it does, for each different domain, it's different to wrap your brain around it, so trying to come up with what it is that you need for each one.
So it's even harder to wrap your brain around it when you get 5 hours sleep a night.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm lucky if I get 5, I'm just saying.
3. Mike.
With my observations there, I've done 2. I haven't done elementary yet. Just having a chance to get out and do it with that. But I need to finish typing up, the 2 there. So I'm getting there on that part with the exhibits there. I've been gathering up as much of the examples as I can there. I've got about probably 10 or 12 of the question sets completed, but not just, out of total. I know not all of them fall in this semester here. I was just
That's
going with
fine.
what I
okay.
had and where I could go real quick.
And you'll adjust. You'll make those adjustments. We do this to give you a progression and a little stability as you're going through it, so you're not just all over the place. And you'll see as we go on the next semester's question sets, probably some of the things you're doing this semester maybe they would use for examples, and as well as help give you the answers to that. So. Well, good. This has been very beneficial. I hope everybody's ready for our next class. I know that I have requested everyone send an email to Kim Lee saying that it's okay to meet on the 10th. If there is someone that has a problem with that, since you're going to post this on YouTube, please call me, 317-847-5192, so we can make arrangements. The reason I've explained before, or tried to in an email, is we have a number of people that are going to the Assistant Principals Conference. And I really encourage you to go. And networking, we were talking about networking, it's invaluable. And then secondly, I had to make arrangements to get someone in to talk about finance. That is not my strength. I had assistants, or I always delegated that. So I have someone, the only day they could come was the 10th. And that's really important for you for the test. So hopefully that'll work. If someone has a conflict with the 10th, we gotta work it. We gotta work it out. So the 17th did not work for a variety of reasons. Okay? So we're good to go. Thanks, Eric.
Sounds good.
That was great.